नपर यार। A person who remains unmoved and unaffected by other people's opinions, suggestion, impervious. A person who smuggles alcoholic liquor or sells in illegally, bootlegger. A person who sends goods to another country, exporter. त्यस्तै a person who speaks two language, bilingual. त्यस्तै a person with an evil reputation, notorious. त्यस्तै a palace where orphans live, orphanage. त्यस्तै a palace where orphans live, honorary. त्यस्तै a position for which no salary is paid, honorary. त्यस्तै a post held without receiving salary, infallible. त्यस्तै a man whose wife is dead, widower. One who abstains from alcoholic drinks, teetotaler. त्यस्तै a person who visits other countries for pleasure, tourist. त्यस्तै that which can be easily understood, intelligible. A person who always looks at the bright side of things, optimist. A person who always looks at the dark side of things, pessimist. A person who does no work and leaves others, drone. After the death of its father, posthumous. त्यस्तै an operation performed on dead body to find out the cause of death, postmortem. A word opposite in meaning to another, antonym. त्यस्तै absence of government, anarchy. All powerful, possessing complete power and authority, omnipotent. त्यस्तै an absolute government by one man, advocacy. An assembly of hearers at a lecture concert, audience. An exact copy, facsimile. त्यस्तै belonging or pertaining to an individual from birth, cognoscial. Belonging to the middle age, medieval. Belonging to the same period of time, contemporary. Free somebody from blame or guilt, exonerate. General amnesty. Government by the nobles, aristocracy. Government by the people, democracy. Hard but liable to be easily broken, brittle. Hatter of mankind, misanthropist. Incapable of being dissolved in liquid, insoluble. त्यस्तै incapable of being seized by attack, impregnable. Inscription on tombstone, epitaph. Medical examination of the dead body, postmortem. Men living in the same age, contemporary. Mother of father, parricide. Mother of an brother, fratricide. त्यस्तै mother of self, suicide. Mother of the king, regicide. Not yet fully developed, immature. That which is sure to happen, inevitable. Not favoring on more than another, impartial. That which cannot be seen, invisible. That which cannot be believed, incredible. That which cannot be solved, insoluble. That which cannot be blotted out, इफेस indelible, त्यस्तै of a person who easily believes whatever is told to him. Imperceptible, त्यस्तै of a person who easily believes whatever is told to him. Credulous, त्यस्तै of animals feeding of unflesh. Carnivorous, of animals feeding on grass and plants. Herbivorous, of animals living in flocks. Gregarious, त्यस्तै of manners more like those of a woman than man. Effeminate, त्यस्तै one who always thinks himself to be ill. Valetudinarian, त्यस्तै one who believes in fate. Fatalist, त्यस्तै one who believes in God. Theist, one who can do anything for money. Mercenary, त्यस्तै one who can make himself at home in all countries. Cosmopolitan, त्यस्तै one who can speak two languages. Bilingual, त्यस्तै one who can speak two languages, यो भयो bilingual. त्यस्तै one who can throw his voice. Ventriloquist, त्यस्तै one who cannot be corrected. Incorrigible, one who copies from other writers. Plagiarist, one who damages public property. Vandal, one who dies without will. Intestate, त्यस्तै one who is new to a trade or profession. Novice, one who is not easily pleased. Fastidious, त्यस्तै one who is out to subvert a government. Anarchist, one who is present everywhere. Omnipresent, one who believes implicitly in fate. Fatalist, a person indifferent to both pleasure and pain. Stoic, त्यस्तै to want of government in a country. Anarchy, त्यस्तै the want government by officials. Bureaucracy, practice of being married to only one person at a time. Monogamy, त्यस्तै one who knows many languages. Polyglot, त्यस्तै one who looks on the bright side of things. Optimist, one who pursues some art or sport as a hobby. Amateur, one who questions everything. Cynic, persons living in the same age. Contemporaries, person living in the same age. Irrelevant, remarks which do not apply to the subject under discussion. Mobocracy, त्यस्तै under discussion irrelevant. त्यस्तै rule by the mob. Mobocracy, त्यस्तै science of coins or medals. Numismatics, somebody or something with the same name as a somebody or something else. Namesake, त्यस्तै something that cannot be corrected. Incorrigible, आज त पढ्नु पर्छ हैन, केटाले यार आज डह्रो परेछ के यार, केटा तैँले डह्रो परेछ के केटा यार है, किन त्यति धेरै पर्छ जस्तो केटा यार, नपढ्न यार है सोल्टी। Single word for expression, one word substitution. Person who loves or collect books. bibliophile compartment compartment of a vehicle for the driver to sit in, cab, goods carried in a cargo, period of the 100 years century, group of people trained to sing together, choir, a play of light and amazing character, and with happy ending, comedy. Right. A person convicted of crime and undergoing punishment. Two persons associated together, man and his wife couple, palace or area giving shelter or protection, cover. All the persons working a ship or aircraft crew, something that causes trouble, nuisance, something that causes travel, nuisance, a building in which horses are kept stable, a fully grown person, adult, cultivation of crop, agriculture, person chosen to settle a dispute between two parties, arbitrator, able to speak two languages equally well, bilingual, 100th anniversary of something century, state of living unmarried, celibacy, person with whom on works in profession or business, colleague, too ready to believe things, credulous, credulous, possi- possible harm and risk, danger, period of 10 years, decade, one who drives vehicles, driver, a man who drives vehicles, drivers, spreading disease quickly among many people in the same palace for the time, epidemic, a man who farms a piece of land, farmer, chemical food for plant, fertilizer, common people of country, folk, palace where wild animal live, habitat, palace of residence, home, work that has to be done at home, homework, crime of killing an infant, infanticide, a disbeliever in religion, infidel, a man who is unable to pay his debts, insolvent, something said or done to cause amusement, joke, a country ruled by a king, kingdom, person who knows all about law, lawyer, and who is conversant with many languages, linguist, ability to read and write, literacy, men require for industrial needs, manpower, a formal contest or game match, that of which something is made material, afternoon performance at a cinema or theater, theater, matani, killing of one's own mother, matricide, expert in doing mechanical work, mechanic, त्यस्तै something of which the cause is not known, mystery, person living next to our house, neighbor wa neighbor, person who is new and inex on who is 80 years old, octogenarian, त्यस्तै a child whose parents are dead, orphan, small book without a binding, natural beauty for public park, killing of one's own father, patricide, a man who flies an aeroplane, pilot, a large number of plenty, small piece of ground, plot, plot, custom of having more than one husband at the same time, polindry, polindry, custom of having more than one wife at the same time, polygamy, extra message added at the end of letter after the signature, postscript, Women rule in her own right. Queen. Number of persons who must by the rules be present at meeting before each proceeding can have authority. Quorum. 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 Quorum भन्छ quorum. Solutions cure a way of putting right. Remedy. One who gives news. Reporter. Surface along with aircraft take off or land. Runway. Sudden and violent disturb, disturbance disturbance of the feeling or the nervous system. Shock. Grant a payment of money to a scholar to continue his studies. Scholarship. Heavy road vehicle carrying oil or other liquids. Tanker. Motor car that may be hired for journey. Taxi. Would prepare for use in building. Timber. Wild animals harmful to plants, birds, and other animals. Vermin. Person with much or long experience. Veteran. Veteran. Part of the sky directly overhead. Zenith. Material for burning. Fuel. A general pattern of political offenders. Amnesty. Want of government in state anarchy. Or knowledge of ancient arts, customs, etc. Archaeology. Something worn for decoration or to add beauty, ornament. To bring into use for the first time. Introduce. To rub hard, especially with something rough. Scrub. त्यस्तै. To examine to find out. Check. To injure by using too much. Strain. To inspire with courage. Encourage. To sign one's name on the back of indoors. To fall into very small pieces. Crumble. To move smoothly. Slide. To wait thoroughly. Swag. To magnify beyond the limits of truth. Exaggerate. To make large. Magnify. To make sudden attack on. Pounce. To clear off. Find an answer to or explanation explain a problem, solve. To fail to notice, perceive or consider, overlook. To declare beforehand, predict. त्यस्तै. To look after. 10. To find enough money for the able to pay for. Afford. To make useless or unsatisfactory. Spoil. To move or flow with twist and turn swirl. To call to mind. Recollect. To jump suddenly from the ground. Spring. To give a blow, punishment, etc. Cause to suffer. Inflict. To take roughly. Grab. To interrupt from time to time. Punctuate. To say all over again. Repeat. To be left behind. Remain. To under. About. To travel without any definite aim. Roam. To continue to live or exist. Survive. This cannot be avoided. Unavoidable. Send news by living in city, urban, country, rural. In टाइम तो बहुत है ना, 35 मिनट है हमन के पास. Adjectives having several possible meaning or interpretations. Ambiguous. Writer. Anonymous. Ambitious. Liked by many people. Popular. Knowing little. Ignorant. Living both in water and on land. Amphibious. Able to work well. Efficient. too many to be counted, innumerable, innumerable, having the power of self motion, self moving, or self acting, automatic, that live on flesh, carnivorous, with attention fixed at as if by a spellbound, tending to explode or burst with loud noise, explosive, who does not like sudden change, conservative, fit to be eaten, edible, that live on plants, herbivorous, carrying people or goods from palace to palace, transport, completer change, revolution, belonging to times long past, ancient, not of who and that convincing, not refined, crude, match in which neither party wins, down, drawn, no longer to existence, extinct, selecting only what is good, fastidious, knowing little, being uneducated, ignorant, that which cannot be practiced, impracticable, incapable of being said, impregnable, that which cannot be corrected, incorrigible, that which absolutely essential, indispensable, an event that is sure to happen, inevitable, incapable of errors, infallible, incapable of being conquered, invincible, incapable of being wounded, invulnerable, that cannot be changed, irrevocable, feeling or showing fear or ill will because of possible or actual loss of rights or love, jealous, having unlimited for great power, omnipotent, everywhere, omnipresent, of manufacture for use raw, to produce sleep, soporific, a man who talks too much, talk active, speech that cannot be understood, unintelligible, an assembly of years, autobiography, an absolute government by unmanned autocracy, an animal with 2 feet vibed, a palace for beasts to live hive, something used for a word or phrase sign, a statement that something is fact, claim, a person who takes part in sport or other activity but not for money, amateur, one who breaks into a house to steal, burglar, a man who eats human flesh, an animal that eats unkind, cannibal, a play of light and amusing character and with happy ending, comedy, a play with unhappy ending, tragedy, a person trying to complete in outdoor games, athlete, a group of people trained to sing together, swear, serious promises, wait, distance covered by a runner before handing over to another runner, relay, one who lives at the same time with another, contemporary, a person belonging to all parts of old cosmopolitan, government by the people or their representatives, democracy, quality of fair play, sportsmanship, a journey by air, flight, getting or making ready, preparation, the child of an uncle or aunt, cousin, arrangement to meet somebody, appointment, mother or mother of, of a brother, fratricide, fratricide, mother or mother of one's own mother, matricide, त्यस्तै mother of mother of one's own father, patricide, a piece of work, homework, assignment, very small quantity of liquid, drop, an expert in particular branch of knowledge, specialist, an animal that sucks its mother breast, mammal, a paper written by hand, manuscript, one who undergoes death or suffering for any great causes, martyr, matter, the mat हुन्छ the regular line at which the earth or sea seems to meet the sky horizon, a legal investigation, a search for knowledge, inquiry, a sea rover, period, small fold or line in the skin produced by age, wrinkle, inclusive, possession or control of trade, something, monopoly, one who looks too much on the bright side of things, optimist, a remedy for all diseases, भनेको चाहिँ पानाका अथवा पानासिया, a long journey on foot, trek, discussion of a questions, a vital argument, debate, subject for discussion, motion, sudden and unexpected, especially hostile meeting, encounter, an estate inherited from ancestors, patrimony, one who make a van display or learning pedant, on journeying on foot, pedestrian, a feeling or extreme fear or dislike, objects of horror, serial scream, shrieks, low sounds of pain or regret, moans, a person skilled at shooting with a rifle, sharp shooter, a person skilled at shooting with rifle, sharp shooter, air transport, aviation, light condition for seeing at a distance, visibility, gradual loss of strength or number, decline, one who looks too much on the dark side of things, pessimist, anything you think, talk, or write about matter, all person born about the same time, generation, someone who kills wild animals without permission, poacher, a group of things or parts working together in an organized way, system, desire for food, appetite, a person who travels through an unknown palace to find out about it, explore all the galaxies, stars, planets, and their satellites, the universe, mother or murderer of the king, regicide, a person who lives on vegetables, vegetarian, quality of not being the same, variety, ways of efficiently removing filth and human waste, sanitation, solution, cure, a way of putting something right, priority, excellence of manners, polite behavior, courtesy, and order establishing a specific period of time during which no unauthorized person may be outdoors, curfew, a building or palace of shelter to live in, palace of residence, dwelling, a person who is related by blood or marriage, moon, satellite, the actively of donating in the form of money, property of work to needy person, Philanthropy, a person who practices philanthropy and who tries to benefit mankind. Philanthropist, जस्तै following all methods, ideas and habits